Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dredge. Yes, I did indeed get 3 likes on the last video, or more than that even, so here we are doing another one. I half wasn't expecting it, but here we are. So let's get started. First off, picking up right where we were last time, delivering a handkerchief to this guy. And yeah, he's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with him. But he reveals himself, and more importantly, he reveals that he is balding. But we give him the handkerchief, and he offers to give our boat the equipment to dredge the wrecks, which is the name of the game. He asks us to find some relics. We agree to his thing. He outfits our boat with the stuff, and he tells us what we're looking for. So I was on my way back to the town when that caught my attention. The ominous red glow in the distance, and obviously I just had to go check that out. I mean, why wouldn't I? But this guy came out of nowhere. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but this guy is something, so I'm gonna just let you see how it plays out. Yep, I didn't really know what to expect, so I just kind of let him get close, and he destroyed my boat. A bunch. Really annoying stuff. But anyway, head back to the town, not a whole lot to do, and finally we dock. When I got there, I saw that there were a couple quests from the townspeople, so I talked to this lady first and asked if she knew about any shipwrecks. All she does is just tell us about the unnatural glow, however, which went fantastically. As for the other lady, that didn't go so well either. She's just being all gloomy all the time. She asked what life is about, and I didn't care at all to answer her question. But the audacity on this woman. She wants free labor from me. She wants me to help her move, which is just great. But rested up, realized that my boat was still damaged, and so immediately went back. Got that fixed right up. Thank you, lady. And finally, I checked out the stuff here, which clearly I didn't have enough for any of it. That being over with, it was time to just head out and appreciate the view and the music. It's nice to just take it all in sometimes. So, first off, just did a little bit of fishing, since I didn't exactly have a goal in mind at this time. I was just kind of going around. So, I caught a couple of fish, and kind of just sped off into the distance. I wasn't really sure what to do, so kind of just looked around. And what? Of course, I had to fish more fish. Because more fish is always good. Have I said fish enough? But looked around, caught a couple stingrays, which was cool. Those sell a lot. For a lot, I think. I hope. But went around a little bit more. Realized that there was absolutely nothing cool. And so I just went back to town. That day was just a giant loop around the island. But I sold those fish. Went back out. And caught this. Yep. Absolutely disgusting. But I got a couple more squids, and I got a couple black groupers, since I needed them for an order that the fishmonger had for me. And that's pretty much all I did. Went back to town after that. So I completed that order, and then the fishmonger showed me that he had some crab pots available. So now I was able to get some crabs, which was going to be very handy in the future, I'd imagine. But I sold those fish, and then of course just went to sleep, since really nothing better to do. But I deployed the crab pot and decided to just head out, look around a little bit, see if there's anything cool. But with my new dredging equipment, I decided to get some new materials, is what I'm going to call them. Starting out with a piece of wood. But I also got some pearl earrings, which is pretty cool. And lastly, a bit of metal scrap, because that's always helpful. But I was on my way back to town when I saw that this one spot was glowing. So obviously I had to go and check that out. And yep, more deformed fish. They just get worse and worse and worse. But I sold those, went to sleep. Finally, I went out and I was able to place the materials that I had on the island for the builder, but I was just a bit short, so I had to go fish up some more. But I did find a couple pieces of cloth and this goblet on the way. I'm looking for some wood, which is cool. But I get the last piece of wood, and just like that, it's time to complete the builder's request. That went well. But I went to sleep, and just like that, it was time to head back to the place. I sold the materials that I had, the trinkets, and went to check my crab pot, which did have exactly what I needed for the order, which was phenomenal. But here's when the fishmonger started asking about the deformities, and what did I say? This guy does want to eat them. Yeah, he's on something. But I went to the shipwright, and I bought a new engine, which would be helpful, and some lights, which would also be very helpful. But it was time to deliver the builder, which was kind of weird since we actually held her as cargo. Kind of odd. But with that, it was time to head out. So sped off to her house, or where I was going to be. Things were going well, right up until here, where that guy decided to show up out of nowhere, and he was coming after me. But luckily, we were just right there, so we were able to dock and deliver the builder. She gave us a couple of research parts, which was probably helpful. I don't know, I haven't been able to use them yet. And with that, it was time to go back, but somehow had to avoid Mr. Angler Dangler. That's what I'm going to call him. But of course, he saw me. Why wouldn't he? It's all he ever does. I wanted to see if he would crash into the rock, but he didn't. He just went around like a normal person. And with that, the chase was on. I'll just let you see how it plays out. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't go through those, but of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Yep, that was by far the scariest thing I had experienced in this game up at that point. I retaliated with my own foghorn blow, of course. So I had to sleep the rest of my problems away, and it was time to sit out once more, hoping that things wouldn't go wrong. So I did just a little bit of fishing. It's the most relaxing thing I've done in what feels like ages. So I kind of just went around randomly, not really looking for anything in particular, but until I found these islands, which was cool, so I decided to head over to them, see what they held. And that's when I saw another boat. And we all know how I feel about other boats at this point. So I had my doubts. But I fished up this monocle and went to talk to the other boat dude. And thankfully, he was friendly, so I called out to him. And it was actually a dude. It was kind of weird. He was complaining about the angler, but I actually had some pretty good experience with him by now, so I'm delivering a package for this guy. And things were going well until I saw him again. He just doesn't want to leave me alone. I tried to stop and go around him, but I'm sure you can guess what happens. Yeah, he sees me. Once again, he just never goes away. He missed at first, but nope, he destroyed more stuff. And I lost the package, which was just extremely cringe. And also I did this. Yeah, one teeny tiny little dink ruined my life. I had to reload a save, which was amazing. But I had to get back, so I just deployed my crab pot, fished up the monocle again, and got the package once more from the dude. So this time, I was determined to deliver it. There's no way I could mess up since I was being more careful this time, right? So, I just fished up a couple things on my way back. And by things, I mean just metal scraps. And things were going well. What could possibly go wrong at this point? Well, it turns out that something can go wrong at any point. And, yep, lost the package again. Couldn't reload a save. And that's when I kind of just gave up on life. But that's also where I'm just going to leave this episode. I was kind of just done with this game after that point. So, let me know if you guys want to see more. I'll do 4 likes this time. I'll do another one. Why not? But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this game just as much as I am, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.